So today I'm going to show you how to throw a Viento headshot. This would be an advanced or maybe an intermediate shot for somebody. I would definitely recommend not throwing this loop unless you've mastered some higher percentage shots. So just like every other loop that we've taught so far, I'm going to talk about it in 3 phases. One would be the setup, the next is the swing, and then last is the delivery. So the setup for this can honestly be in a lot of places. You kind of have to decide where your animal is going to be moving to, or where you kind of want to sneak this on them. So I'm going to throw it real quick and then explain it just a little bit and then show you how to throw it. So I'm on this side and I'm just going to throw one so you can see. Okay, that's how it went. Now it looks really fancy, and it certainly is, but there's a lot of function and use to that. And so one of them would be if you're already on this side of the animal and you feel like if you step up further and engage their flight zone, they'll leave. And so this would be something that you could use to kind of maintain your position and still get them caught. So if you're already kind of spinning your normal loop like this, instead of having to switch and try to do a backhand from the side, you can stay and put this loop out in front of the animal and then pull it back down on top of their head. So that's a situation you could do it. Often I do it more on this side. I'll just show over here why you might want to use this. Typically, this is once again a time in which you don't want to engage the flight zone of the animal, because obviously this is a high percentage shot, your normal headshot. But if you get up on an animal, sometimes they'll leave and you may not want that. And so this would be a time where you could be, a further distance away, and you could pitch this out in front and pull it back down on them without having them run away. But once again, these are shots that are lower percentage, so I would recommend getting really good at those higher percentage, easier shots first. But I'm going to explain this one in the 3 phases. So the first is the setup. We're just going to set up at this backwards 45. So if I was here, I would be 90. I'm just going to be in the back quadrant. This would be the least aggressive to that animal, making them hopefully stay. Okay, so especially with these, which I call breaking shots, so just like in baseball, this would be like a slider or a cutter or a curveball. It's going to start somewhere and end somewhere else. You want to start with the bigger loop because it'll make that break action slower and you can handle it better, especially when you're learning. Get a bigger loop. Okay, so the swing. So here's our setup, now the swing. So the swing is a 45 off of my right shoulder. Okay, over here kind of sidearm, but what I want to do is try to get the bottom of my loop, which would be my pinky side, to be maybe working up more than normal. So if I push my pointer finger down, the top strand's working down. If I try to keep my hand a little flatter, that bottom strand is going to start to come up a little bit. Okay, and that's what I want, because when I let go, I want that bottom strand to continue to be going up, and that'll make this action happen. Okay, so that's the swing. Now the delivery. All of these breaking shots are technically called splitting the loop shots. What happens is when I let go, I'm going to hold on to the spoke, which is this top section right here. In a normal headshot, you let go of everything. Okay, in these I hold on to part of my loop, so it's called splitting the loop. So I'm going to do it real slow. So here's my setup, here's my swing, thinking about my bottom strand, trying to have it come up a little bit. And when I let go, I am going to hold my spoke and let the bottom strand go, and you'll see what happens. You can overwork these if you need to get more action, but that's all I'm going to do. So setup, swing, and when I deliver, I'm going to let go and then let my hand go towards my target. So I let go and then I continued my hand towards my target. So different than those straight on shots, I'm not aiming at a certain spot on this animal. I'm trying to get my loop to be preset to want to break over. So this one, we'll try it again, is going to break over clockwise. So in slow motion, you can probably see this better. Basically, I'm gonna let go. And so what my hand did is let go of the bottom and continued on to the target, okay? And at that point in time, I could either pull my slack like this, or I could flip my hand over. So I let go and continued my hand to the target. So similar like those direct on shots, at the end of the shot, my hand needs to be facing my target. So the only difference is your initial aim point. So I'm gonna throw that one more time, explaining it as I do it, just so you can see it, okay? So here's my setup, 45, my swing, think about your bottom strand, and all I'm gonna do is let go and let the rope turn over in the air as it comes down. Now you can put more action in there to keep it more open, and that way in theory you could pull it down whenever you wanted to pull it down. So it might be kind of hovering over the head, and then you can pull it back. Okay, so that's the Del Viento on this side. You can certainly do that over there, but this would definitely be a good time, a good space, a good place to do this. So if you like this video and want to see more videos just like this, please like and subscribe to the Startup Cowboy channel.